Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 Good Day Baltimore.
Welcome back to Fox 45 Good Day Baltimore. We've been following breaking news here this morning. The National Weather Service survey team heading to Falston, that area this morning, to determine if straight line winds or possibly tornado is behind the damage in that area there yesterday. You're taking a look at some of that damage right now. These trees seemingly sawed off at the same spot, and the other picture, they're showing those trees toppled over in the middle of a road. Pretty giant trees there. Well, thanks for waking up with us. I'm Megan Gilland.
And I'm Tom Rogers. Patrice Sanders has the day off. Now, of course, we want to check in with your traffic because there's trees all over the roadway. And then, of course, the weather is an issue yet again today.
Candace Dole taking a look at the limbs out there in the roads. Let's start with meteorologist Jonathan Myers, though, and see today's timeline.
Yeah, and thing is, you know, we don't really have the full story about what happened there around that Falston and Baldwin area until the National Weather Service actually gets down and kind of gets there and does that damage survey to see what the damage patterns are. But seeing those trees sawed off kind of like all at the same spot, that's indicative of possible or kind of textbook tornado type damage. Usually if it's straight line winds, everything's just kind of knocked over to one side, like some of the uprooted trees we've seen. But to see stuff kind of cut in half like that, like a buzzsaw almost, that's usually more so tornado damage. So again, we don't have the full story until later on this afternoon. For now, we have good damage cleanup weather. Unfortunately, more rain and storms moving in from the west. And yes, it looks like this happens again this afternoon. Warmth, mugginess at 10 a.m. 80, and there are your scattered strong storms by 2 and 5 o'clock during the p.m. commute. Not looking good again. I'll let you know what the main risks are here coming up in about 10 minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Jonathan. We have seen a lot of storm damage out there. In fact, Silver Spring Road still shut down right near Perry Hall Boulevard, and that's because of down trees, down wires, down poles. And unfortunately, that is an all too familiar sight all throughout White Marsh. Let me show you a live look from our traffic jam. Jimmy's out in our Lynn Stellar mobile jack. This is Keithley Road right off of Vincent. You can see that tree that's completely toppled over there, partially on top of a house. We've seen them sprawled out on cars, on roadways. You need to make sure that your speeds are down wherever you're traveling today. Back over to you.
All right, 9:32 here. Parts of Baltimore County seeing some of the worst of yesterday's storms. Elijah Westbrook has been showing us some incredible scenes out there.
Yeah, in fact, Elijah has been, he's actually been speaking with some of the people that have a tree on top of their cars and their vehicles right now. And so we want to go out to him and find out exactly the latest on this, because I know there's been a whole lot of noise of generators there, Elijah, that you've been dealing with all morning long because power outage is still there.
Oh, that's exactly right. In fact, when we spoke to the family who lives in his house right here behind me with the tree toppled down, they say that they are thankful to be alive, and I'm going to show you why. Just right underneath this tree here is one of the cars. You probably can't really see most of it, but there's a red car that is literally sitting underneath this tree here that completely toppled over. This is just one of 2 trees that had toppled over here at this house. I'm going to take you down just a little bit down towards the driveway. These are the homeowners here just sort of surveying the damage right now. We had talked to Ken earlier, and he did a great job kind of explaining to us the damage that is out here. Now, this is the second tree that toppled over, and as you can see, it collapsed partially on that deck there. Just below the deck, you can see the support beams have sort of broken down just a bit. So a lot of damage that they're dealing with at this time. We're told that the insurance company will be out here surveying the damage, hopefully bringing in some sort of crane to get these trees uplifted and removed from this area. You can probably hear some of the backup generators in the area. That's because every single house on this street does not have electricity, including this house right here. We're told by BGE that the power should be restored at around 11:30 this morning, which is in just probably about a couple hours time at this point. Certainly a lot going on, a lot of cleanup going on, and it's been quite the morning. I feel very bad for the family who lives here, but they seem to be hanging on, and they seem to be very positive during this time. That's the very latest here in White Marsh. I'm Elijah Westbrook, Fox 45. Good day, Baltimore.
We wish them well. Thanks, Elijah. 9:34 here, and just in, Baltimore police are investigating a homicide from this morning. It happened along East 21st Street in East Baltimore. Police saying that they were alerted to that shooting just before 6:20 thanks to their shot spotter technology. When they arrived, they found a man suffering from a gunshot wound to his upper body. He was taken to an area hospital where he died. Be the first to know about breaking news by signing up for News on the Go. Go to foxbaltimore.com, click on Mobile Alert Sign Up. You'll see it under the Station tab. You can also download the Fox 45 app for your smartphone by searching WBFF in your app store.
Baltimore City is announcing progress in fighting a ransomware attack that has crippled the city's computer system for more than 3 weeks now. Mayor Jack Young says the city is in the process of restoring email and computer access to city employees. Now, in a statement, he writes, "We are prioritizing public safety agencies and are working on other agencies simultaneously. A pilot was successfully implemented, and we are rolling that solution out citywide. This is an ongoing process in our efforts to restore our network and applications in a safe and secure manner." City Council President Brandon Scott has now created a cybersecurity committee to hold the city's IT department accountable.
We want to know what they knew when, what steps they took, what missteps they made, what steps they didn't take that they should have taken, and that way we can hold them accountable.
Well, the budget office is now estimating that this ransomware attack will cost the city more than $18 million.
9:35, last year's record rainfall washed 260 million gallons of sewage into the inner harbor, but the annual Harbor Heartbeat report finds that much of the harbor was technically safe for swimming. Routine water samples collected all across the Patapsco River and its tributaries there showed bacteria levels actually improved. However, it should be noted that scientists were not able to test the water on the wettest days of the year when the harbor is typically its most polluted. A dead dolphin found in the inner harbor will be examined by Maryland's Department of Natural Resources. That is according to the National Aquarium. The aquarium says police told them yesterday someone found the dolphin's remains near the Canton waterfront. You may remember 3 weeks ago we showed you video of a dolphin struggling in the inner harbor. The National Aquarium said at the time it would not try to rescue the dolphin because that could cause more harm than good. Remember, you can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and your forecast, and we do it in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, just tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore.
9:37, and we have some good news from music lovers out there. A real treat. The Havre de Grace Jazz and Blues Fest is providing a special package for caller 10 right now. The number right there on your screen, 410-481-4545. The winner receives a pair of tickets to 2 shows plus a $50 gift card to the Creole de Graal restaurant. The festival runs June 7th through the 9th. And if you don't win today, guess what? You've got one more chance tomorrow morning. We'll see you then.
A new housing report from right here in Maryland, the one county in our area where the price of a home is actually declining.
And we're watching for another threat of severe weather. Doesn't look like it when you step outside right now. Absolutely gorgeous at the inner harbor. But meteorologist Jonathan Myers has a look at when the string of strong storms will finally come to an end. 9:37. You're watching Fox 45. Good day, Baltimore.